Hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources. Soviet Republic mod Spotlight, small rail infrastructure pack from Mr. Toprus. Okay, let's start. We're gonna start by presenting this in the way that Mr. Toprus presented it. Hey, don't use this for long distances. This is how he usually does it. Now, hi guys, I present to you my moderately sized pack of industrial railway buildings. They are meant for small transport inside industrial areas. Sure. And don't you dare use them otherwise. It includes 7 buildings, 2 different quarries with rail access, dry bulk loading and unloading station for liquids and aggregates, a quarried stone processing plant with rail connection. Now this processing plant is a tricky one. I'm gonna show you how it looks like and how you can place it. The processing plant has a multi-level track layout, which means you need to fit the upper track onto some high terrain, preferably flattened, for the best effect. It will take you some time to do it. I hope you have fun. That's it. Mr. Toprus's link to his mod is in the description of this video. So let's present all of this. This is the bulk rail loading station. This is the unloading one. So this is for the bulk cargoes, as you can see here in conveyor belts. If we choose it, you can see where the connections are. Further on, this is liquid unloading station. This is only for liquid unloading. You cannot load liquids here. So this is something that's going to transport liquids somewhere else to some container, like importing oil or something like that. We have train aggregate unloading. This is where you can unload your gravel or quarried stone or any other aggregate, iron ore, and so on. This is a quarried stone processing plant. Now this is the tricky one. It doesn't have any collisions, so you're gonna have to place it. Well, you're gonna have to trial and error how to place it properly. And then we have 2 different quarries. I already put diggers in there, excavators, so you can see this one has double tracks and double excavators, while this is a single one. Okay, let's go around the corner here to this mountainside where I placed a little bit of industrial neighborhood. Now this is a perfect example how you should not build an industrial neighborhood. This is just a presentation. And I'm going to show you here a small quarry, how you can place it. It has a capacity about 3.5 tons, I believe, per day. This one has a little bit more, or per worker. This one has a little bit more. We're gonna present that one as well. This is a probably better option because it has dual railroads connecting it. So if you wish to implement a second railroad, you're free to do so. We're gonna step over here over this perfectly shaped intersection. We're gonna go all the way to quarried stone place. So I'm gonna tell this train to go back where it came from, which we like to say to trains, and we're gonna see how it works. He's gonna go back and load the quarry from here. Usually you should use shorter trains because these loading stations are not the fastest things in the world, loading and unloading stations, and they don't have a lot of space. For a realistic effect, you would probably be using smaller locomotives with less power, which would work perfectly fine. As you can see here, the speed of loading is not the greatest in the world, but it's perfectly fine. 30 tons of quarried stone a day. We're gonna skip back to the other station, and we're gonna tell them to go to the other side, where we have apartment building full of people waiting to work in this processing plant. Usually it's going to work around 80%. That's pretty much okay, and you will have a second train down there waiting to be unloaded. Okay, so we have this one now unloading. You can see that they're processing. The speed of processing, you can see here how fast they're loading quarried stone, and everything is being unloaded straight away to this train. After they're done, of course this is gonna take a while for them to process, but after they're done we can speed this up by telling the train to go further on, where we're gonna have another Mr. Toprus's buildings that would be aggregate unloading storage. Now this one is fast. This one is really fast. It unloads everything in seconds, of course on a really fast speed. Further on, we have dry bulk cargo station, which we have presented over here. You can see the speed of loading is a little bit faster than, of course, unloading, but this dry bulk cargo station is actually quite good on both sides. As you can see here, we're gonna tell it to go to the other side. We have normal dry bulk station here, or storage. We're gonna have this train go on the other side, and we'll see how it's gonna cope with unloading. So here we go, and unloading 110 tons, and it's going really fast. Okay, so this is the presentation of this little mod. You probably would be using smaller locomotives and smaller trains than this. There's a perfect another pack. We're not going to talk about that, and that's going to be a different episode. Just wanted to present to you how to build or how not to build the railroad overpass here. This is an example how not to build it, because you can see that railroads are placed over the ground. If you go back to this section over here, you can see the railroads sticking through the building here on the lower part. That means that the railroad tracks are all the way down, that they are underground. If you place it on the side of the mountain like this, you will have, if you have ground sticking through your construction, you'll get this. If you have ground perfectly shaped, this is not perfectly shaped, but you can see how it looks over here. We're just gonna tell the train to go away, so I can show you that this is a little bit better, a little bit smoother transition from the tracks to the concrete, but not ideal because a little bit of a ground is sticking out. But anyway, this is how it's supposed to look like. You can see, you can try this for yourself. You have a link in the description, check it out. And I'm gonna give you a bonus building, which is also from Mr. Toprus. This is his Ruda Śląska coal loader. This is a coal loader realistic building from, let's go with Śląska Ruda. And it has two entrances, so you can actually adjust this as you see fit. You can go for an upper one or a lower connection as you see fit. It's a half a speed of a vanilla one. Loading speed is half the speed of vanilla one, but it's still pretty fast. So this would fit perfectly if you're industrial in your industrial neighborhood, if you wish to have something like this on it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Don't criticize the modder for this bad YouTube video. If check out Mr. Toprus and the rest of his mods. He does really good work regarding these mods. So there you go. Like, subscribe, notification bell ringing, comment section, hit it, let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Have a nice Thursday. Bye bye.